guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back. This video is going to be a book tour and kind of reorganization of my bookshelf. So I don't know which way to sit. So yeah, let's get into it because I have a lot of books, you guys. And I'm not doing these in any particular order. I don't really have an order. These are just books I have on my bookshelf. Some of these are new, some of these I'm in the middle of reading, others I'm not. So this is one that I'm in the middle of reading. But I might start over because I'm in the middle of reading like 3 books. I don't know how that happened. This is me just moving in here to this room. I don't think I realized that I was in the middle of reading 2 other books. I think I was going to start reading another book until I finished the one I was on. I started reading another one. And then I forgot I was going to start reading the book until I finished the 2 I was on. Yeah, but anyway, I want to show you guys this book. So this book's called Olive's Ocean. And the chapters are fairly short, you guys. Like, that is literally the next chapter. And that you go through 2 chapters. And then another chapter, another chapter, a chapter, so a chapter. So depending on how much you read in a day, you could literally probably jump from chapter 5 to chapter probably like maybe 23, which is only that many pages, which doesn't seem like that much. And then 23 is just another page, so you might as well just read it. That one. 24 is just that page, so that one. Some people, depending on their reading skills, you might be able to get this book done in one day. But for me, I got stuck on chapter 5. Like I said, I have to restart it because I started reading 3 books, and I don't really feel like this is one of those books that if you don't read it in one day, you can't like stop, read another book, come back and read this. Like, you have to finish where you left off, which I think is a lot of books. So this is the first one. 3 minutes in and we'll lay on the first book, guys. This is going to be a long video. Next, this book, I'm sure a lot of you know about. I think there was a movie on this. It's called Heaven is for Real. A lot of books were movies. So yeah, Heaven is for Real. This I mentioned in one of my last videos. I'm in the middle of reading this. I read the first chapter. I'm just using... Actually, I don't even think I read the first chapter. I just read the like little prologue, and that was it. So this one I could probably stop and go back and reread Olive's Ocean. It's called Winterwood. I was using a thing that one of my friends gave me as a bookmark. then I got from Amy Tan. I don't know a lot of the authors, so I don't really say much about the authors. But Amy Tan wrote The 100 Secret Senses. I've not read this yet, so I can't really give a book review on it yet. But if you want a female lead, there's this one. I think this one's a female lead. Oops, there goes my bookmark. This one's not. I think Joyce Meyer. Sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. I think that one's a female lead. So, yeah, if you want a female lead, definitely female leads out there. This one is another one that I don't know if I read. I think the author's, again, another female lead. It's called The Forgotten Girl by Inda Hill Brown. So if I'm right, I'm going to have books with a female lead. Next two are a series, and they got mixed up somehow, so I'm going to have to look up there's stuff on it, you guys. I'll have to write it down. But anywho, there's The Secret of the Indian by Len Red Banks, which I don't know if that's a female lead or not. And then there's The Key to the Indian, also by Len Reed Banks, which I don't know if there's female author, but I don't know. This is one by Kevin Hawkins, who also wrote this book, and it's called Sweeping Up the Hurt. I've not really taken a peek at this book to see if he's just like one of those short authors. This one seems fairly short too, because that's chapter 1. So it seems like he's just one of those authors that does kind of somewhat short chapters, because that's 33, and then it goes Poor Things, then it goes The Nephew, then, which is 4, I guess, and it goes Rabbit. I was going to the Tell Death Do Us Part, and these are just the chapter titles, so, and they seem like easy, like, I'm not really a heavy reader. It's probably good because it says, this is just the first few sentences of the first page. It says, poor Miller Albright, golden upright starter. Poor thing, people said. It was Mrs. O'Brien who said the most often, it was Miss O'Brien who said it the most often, nearly every day. So, yeah. So I did have it read. The same author. This one, I know Brooklyn and Bailey from YouTube have read. I don't know if they currently still have it, but I got recommended. Not really recommended from them, but I saw they had it and I was curious about it. This is by Lauren Bryden, which it's the period repair manual, so most likely female lead. Natural treatment for better hormones and better periods. I haven't really read through this because it's a lot. I don't really know if that's really like a book for like fun, if you will, or it's more, I feel like it's more like for educational purposes, if that makes sense. Going into the next book, another one that I have not read. This one's by Catherine Lasky, and unless there's a guy out there named Catherine, I'm gonna say this one is also a female lead author. It's called Wolves of the Beyond, Shadowworth. So, yeah. And then we got Marley and Me, based on a movie by John Garland. We got If I Stay by Gail Forman. This is going to go in the I don't know, because I don't know if Gail is a female. I think Gail's female, but I'm not 100% sure. And then we got, this one's interesting. This one I read in high school, I believe. I believe this was one of my summer reading books. And, it's, on the back it says, 2 kids named Westmore were born blocks apart with each other. Both grew up fathers in similar Baltimore neighborhoods, had difficult childhoods. Both hung out on the street corners with their crew. Both ran into trouble with the police. How then did one grow up Rhode Island scholar, Declan Valen, White House fellow, and business leader, while the other ended up a convicted murderer serving their life sentence? Westmore, the author of this fascinating book, sets out to answer this profound series in alternative narratives that take readers from heart-wrenching losses to moments of surprising redemption. The other, Westmore, tells the story of a generation of boys trying to find their way in a hostile world. So, this is by a guy obviously named Westmore. You get the idea. This was also a movie, I believe. Sorry, I have allergies and my nose is running crazy right now. Called A Dog's Purpose by, this says W. Bruce Cameron. I'm not sure what the W stands for. I haven't really read this book because it is sad. Next up, we got The Key to the Treasure by Peggy Pursh, which I believe is a female author. Then I got my first series of this. I don't know what series this is, and I don't know what one is going, but these are all by Lauren England Waddler. We got Farmer's Boy. We got On the Banks of Plum Creek, Little Town on the Prairie, By the Shores of Silver Lake, The First 4 Years, The Little House in the Backwoods, The Happy Golden Years, and The Long Winter. So I'm gonna have to ask Google what order those go in. And then this is just on a national parks. Not really an author. This one's interesting. This is kind of a kid's book by, I think, YouTuber / Instagram person named Beth. I do not know how to pronounce her last name. It's called The ABCs of Inclusion, and every letter is a kid's name. So like A is for Arthur, B is for Bates. And then her son Cooper is C, and he was born deaf. D is for DJ, E is for Emma, and it's about different kids with different disabilities. A lot of them have deafness. I believe at least 2 do. So she's actually in the process of, I don't know if it came out yet, like reworking this book to where I think every single kid in the book is gonna have a different disability. So I saw a way to buy it, and so I bought it. When the rewrite comes out, I'll probably buy that one. So, yeah. Then I have The Hunger Games by Susan Collins. I think this is part of yeah, I did not have Catching Fire or whatever the third book in the trilogy is. I only have Hunger Games. But that's another female one. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 35 are already falling, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and 51 Babysitter's Club books. And I'm not going to run through every single one I have, but they're all by Anne Moulton, who I believe is a female author. So, yeah. So, but that's a lot. And a lot of these I've read, a lot of these I've not read. I need to go through and decide if I'm going to keep them or not. Like, I don't know if I've read, like, all the mystery ones or whatnot. There is, like, an order to them. They're not in order. Am I going to put them in order? I don't know, because that one was just 58, and I don't think I have, like, all 58 ones. But a lot of these I've read. I've thought about getting rid of, like, this whole series, because they are kind of, like, kiddish. But at the same time, if you want, like, an easy read, Babysitter's Club might be good. Like, I know Welcome Back Stacy. I think Stacy had diabetes, and her parents got divorced, I'm pretty sure. And in one of the books there's a character who's deaf, so there's like different I don't really want to say genres, but different like stories depending on like the characters. So yeah, that's a lot. And then kind of just snuck in there, I have one Junie B. Jones book. I got rid of 99% of my Junie B. Jones book, and yet this one is still in my collection, you guys. And then I got one that I'm probably going to give to my nephew in 2 years. It's How to Be Cool in the 3rd grade. It's going to be in the 3rd grade in 2 years. So, I might give this to him then. I have read through this. This is by Betsy Duffy, which which I think is another female lead. I'm kind of doing that book last, you guys. Not important, not related. Then we got White Fang. I think it was this book or another book. No, I think it was another book. I ended up with 2 copies of a book. So this book is The Set of the Mountain by Jean Craig George. I'm going to put it in the, I don't know, because I don't know. Jean could be one of those names that could be either or. And then this, I believe, is about author Jack London. And then we got this. I haven't really read. Like, I took a peek at it, but then I stopped. This is called Cassie Comes Through by Shauna Martin and Albert Zappa. I think there's another female author. And you guys, I got, I believe, all the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants books, which is by Anne Verscholes. So I got the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, the second summer of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, the third summer of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and the fourth summer of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. And I think I got like this one first. Then I think it was another day that I saw, I don't know if it was the same day or 2 different days. I saw this one and I saw like, wait, there's a second one. And then I saw these 2 and I saw like, wait, there's 2 more. So yes, when I saw them, I picked them up at like a bookstore or whatever. I did not know there was a series when I first saw it. Then we have The Fault in Our Stars, which is a book or a movie by John Green. And then some of you are going to be very controversial about this book. This is about a trans woman named Jazz Jennings, and her story basically at the time of a transgender teen. She's now, I think, like 22, 23, I don't know. She is now over 21, but the time this came out, she was a teenager. But I do try to support everyone, and I do really support, I have always been supportive of the LGBT community. So yeah, I have a book. I honestly forgot that I still had a book, to be honest with you. And then this is another movie. Goes like finding it, because I've had a hard time finding it. It's called Midnight Sun by Trish Cook. I don't know how to pronounce the disability, but it's basically about this girl who is allergic to like the sunlight and can't go outside during the day. This is actually a book I was introduced in my college English class. We were reading articles about it, so like I need to know what happens in the rest of the book. So I actually picked up the actual book. It's called Nobody by Mark Lambert Hill. And then I think this is a series because it says 2. I only have this one. It's called The Misadventures of Benjamin Bartholomew Pip, Wishful Thinking by Jason. Don't know how to pronounce this last one. Then we have another one that's called The Courage to Be Yourself, A Woman's Guide to Emotional Strength and Self-Esteem. I don't fully know if I've gone through this one yet. By Sue Patton Theo. Then we have another Barbara Parks book. She's the author of Junie B. Jones. My card was here. We have Elizabeth Gilbert, Eat, Pray, Love. We have a series. The only series, I believe, I don't have the full series, you guys. I know. But it's the Chronicles of Narnia series. I have number 1, The Magician's Nephew. Number 2, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I don't have 3 and 4. Then I skip to The Voyage of the Dawn's Theater, 5. Then I have The Silver Chair. Then I have The Last Breath. And these are all by C.S. Lewis, who I believe is a novel. So yeah, I need book 3 and 4. And I don't think I've read it because it's... So I was gonna do this book last. So I'm gonna do this book next because all the other ones I were introduced like the same time and they're all kind of related to each other. So this one's called The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. I actually just talked about this book in my math class, which is random, I know, because he got help from a guy named Christopher John Francis Bone. Knows all the countries in the world and every prime number up to 7,057. So every chapter is a prime number. Up to there's 221 pages, but there's only I don't know. The last one I see is 233. So 233. So yeah. And it's by Mark Haddon. These next 3 are kind of related to each other. They're all by, I think, deaf authors, which is crazy. So this book I read was actually my deaf culture book. It's Introduction to American Deaf Culture by Thomas K. Hockham. One that I might sell if anyone needs this book for college. And then this is one of the 3 books I started reading. Deaf Utopia by Niall DeMarco. I believe he's gay, but don't quote me on that. I did find out by reading a part of this book that I didn't know is that he is a twin, which I did not know that before. So yeah, and then this book, one of my deaf teachers gave me, it's by Mark Dry's book. It's Madness in the Mainstream, which I think was another book I had to read for that class. I think he is deaf as well, and it says Deaf Culture and Deaf Studies. So I think it was this book and this book were 2 books for deaf culture. And yes, I still have them. But that is all for this video. Thank you for sticking with me if you stayed with me for this 30-minute video. I wasn't planning on this taking this long. But that's all the books collection. I will show you some that I'm thinking about getting rid of real quick. I do have like some religious books that I'm thinking about getting rid of, like Crisis Objects Lessons, the 18th Emergency, more Junie B. Jones. This I might just get back to my parents because it's one of my cousin's books. I haven't really been reading it. The Time of the Angels. New Believer Bible. I have another Bible up here. I know up here somewhere there's, I think it's right here, is a Junie Bloomberg. So, yeah. Those are all in the process of probably gonna get rid of. So anywho, I gotta put these back on my shelves. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. Click that notification button. Share my videos with your friends, family, and anyone who you think may enjoy it. And I hope you enjoyed this long video. And I will see you all in my next video, which will hopefully be less than 30 minutes. Peace out.